the thing in our overdrive.
The Western Conference Finals, Game 4. The Grizzlies have set the tone of the series up 2-1. Can they maintain their composure and take a commanding 3-1 lead? Now, the test awaits as they face off against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The quest for the best in the West continues. Coming up next.
It's a tight battle for the Western Conference title. 2K Sports presents Game 4. Will we see it even up, or will it go to 3-1? This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Now, look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point, with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Clark, and it's Wells in at the small forward position. And for the Timberwolves, Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. Taking a look at Minnesota. They'll hold nothing back tonight to have a shot at advancing, Greg. They got to even the series.
Lose this one, and you got to win the next 3. Extremely unlikely they could recover if they falter here.
They get a hand on it. Pass to DiVincenzo. And now Wells pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Randle with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And the wide open shot from Reed. And the 3 off target.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Oh, and the jam by Wells.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. So it's Minnesota now, following the score by Memphis. Tipped away. Pass to Clark. Beyond the arc. And there's Wells. That's good on the assist by Clark. Wells has got his second basket of the night.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Wells passes to Morant. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
There's a good screen. Pass to Randle. From 17 feet out, that one falls.
And we've seen Randle add a three-point shot. However, this is the area of the court he's most comfortable, that mid-range.
And finished off by Morant.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And here's Reed. DiVincenzo passes to Reed. And the rejection by Clark. Drives to the... Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Randle. Pass to McDaniels. To the middle. Here's Reed. The Grizzlies pull it in. And this is a team that, quite frankly, has been incredibly impressive so far in the postseason. with only 3 losses to date.
And to get to this stage of the playoffs and only have 3 losses is really incredible. But they can't get carried away knowing that the job's not finished.
Minnesota making a switch. Conley's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. They get it back. Lets the 3 fly. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thanks, David. And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert's checked in for Julius Randle. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Jackson with it. Now defended by Gobert. And the basket by Jackson.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
To the paint. Here's Reed. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Miller's checked in for Naz Reed. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Buff's checked in. Memphis on defense. Leading by 12. They're coming off a great victory on Wednesday.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Conley against Pippen. And blocked by Bane.
Just stellar D from Bane. Impeccable timing on that block.
And he makes that one. Bane's got 5 now.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
And so it's Memphis, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. What an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Finals. And the Grizzlies have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Memphis leading by 17. Now Pippen, still without a basket. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Conley with the 3. The shot comes out.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. The shot's good from Kennard.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. In the corner, it's Bane. Pippen outside. There's the lob to Jackson. And stolen by Miller. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. To the left wing. Pass to Shannon. Ball's knocked loose. Hells with the steal. Pippen feeling it out a bit. And they're on the break. Here's Shannon. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Over to the wing. From the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Wells has got 10.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here is Conley. Poke loose. Wells with the steal. It's Pippen on the wing. Lets it go with a three. It's good from long range.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Here's Conley. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And how about that move? Pat Conley adjusting around the contact to get the finish.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Memphis has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. And Aldama has it in the corner. Pippen finds Bane. Tries the spin move. Julius Randle with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Bane way outside. Julius Randle with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Alexander Walker with the ball. No scoring in this one. Here's DiVincenzo. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And the Grizzlies leading by 22. There's a screen by Aldama. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
4 Minnesota. They've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Back to DiVincenzo. Over to the left wing. Here's Randle, and the rejection by Jackson. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Wells. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
.24 seconds left in the second quarter. Knocked away. It's Pippen with a drive, and it's Pippen slamming it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
It's stolen by Aldama. There's the lob to Jackson.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Grizzlies out in front, delivering the blowout. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello and welcome.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Seeing how things are that'll do it for our show.
And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. The Timberwolves shooting struggles apparent, 37% from the field. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And here are the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Randall outside. The three-pointer, no good. Memphis has gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
So it's Minnesota now. To the right side. Got a piece of it. Takes the 13-footer. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got 5 now.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Morant against DiVincenzo. And it's Morant missing. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Reed. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Every year, it seems like Randall's playing with more awareness. And that's why you can now run the offense through him.
Clark, a screen on DiVincenzo. Lobbed up there for Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Morant with the steal. Poked away. Bane kicks to Clark. The 3 from Morant. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, they are feasting right now off of all of these turnovers.
Now the Timberwolves with it. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Randall's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Jackson, a screen on DiVincenzo. To the inside. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Morant drives in. And then Morant slams it in.
Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Clark over to help. McDaniels passes to Randall. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Off's jacked in. Santi Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Bane.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. It's tipped. Pippen with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Ball stolen. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Clark. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Kennard for three. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Shannon. Conley with the screen on Kennard. Here's Shannon. And the rejection by Jackson. No problem knocking that one down. Clark's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Kennard. And Aldama slams it in.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
.35 seconds left to play in the third. Conley against Pippen. Pass to Reed. Now Clark. Clock at 6. Takes the three. And another three for Minnesota.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And here's Jackson. Back to Pippen. Fires away from way outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Grizzlies out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Joe Ingles is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Conley, and it's Shannon in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Conley against Pippen. Pass to Shannon. And here's Gobert. Clark outside. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Bagley's checked in. Clark's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Bagley sets a screen for Pippen. It's stolen by Gobert. A solo fast break. Here's Shannon. Oh, with authority.
That is a monster finish.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Here's Pippen. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Bagley with a screen on Conley. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Knocked loose. Pippen with the steal. Down low. Got a piece of it. Minnesota again turning it over. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Randall's checked in. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Jackson in the corner. A 3 ball. Good on the triple. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Clark with a wide open look. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. Now here's Kennard. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Shannon. Got a piece of it. Pippen against Conley. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Bagley with a screen on Conley. Loud pass to Bagley. And finish off by Bagley.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Out to the right wing. Randall right side. 5 on the clock. With the fadeaway. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And that'll do it for Game 4. Just a terrific performance all around and a big-time conference finals win for the Grizzlies.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
Conley the pass to Gobert. To the wing right side. Here's Randall. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And, you know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter of this one. In the corner, Kennard with it. Now Conley. Pass to Shannon. Puts up a 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nailed from three-point land.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Aldama with the rebound. Kennard with the ball. For the 3, it's good.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You could see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Luke Kennard.